Being over 30, single, and still living with my parents isn't exactly the typical path in China. Yet somehow this year has brought me a sense of calm and contentment I've never felt before. Hi, I'm Chen. Welcome to my life in a small city in Yunnan, one of the most beautiful regions of China. My mom is the kind of person who hates wasting things. She holds on to old items for as long as possible, and even when she finally decides to throw something away, she often regrets it almost immediately. Today was a perfect example. She finally decided to get rid of a bag she'd been using for years, but before long she went back and picked it up again. We have 2 dogs at home. This one is the male, and his favorite spot is right by the front door. He spends most of his day lying there, watching people come and go like he's the family's security guard. Another rainy day. The rainy season is in full swing this month, and it can make everyday life a little inconvenient. Since there's no metro in this small city and the buses aren't always the easiest option, I decided to walk today. On sunny days, though, I much prefer riding my bike. It's one of my favorite ways to explore the city. Everything I need is within a 10-minute walk from home. Fresh vegetables, groceries, and of course coffee. I can't really function without coffee. It's become part of my daily routine. In China, we've become very used to ordering things online. I can place my coffee order on my phone, and by the time I arrive, it's usually ready for pickup. And the best part? This cup only costs 12 RMB, or about $1.80 USD. Not bad at all. See that man in the blue jacket walking ahead of me? Even in the rain, he's not carrying an umbrella. My dad does the same thing. It doesn't matter how heavy the rain is, he'll always insist, "It's just a little rain. Don't worry about it." Somehow, every rainstorm becomes a little rain in his eyes. 你好，831打包，谢谢。His coffee brand has become incredibly popular in China. You can now find it in almost every small city. The prices are affordable. There are plenty of drinks to choose from, and the service is fast. A few years ago, Starbucks was the go-to coffee chain for many people. But after the pandemic, consumer habits in China changed quite a bit. These days, people tend to care more about value for money than brand names. Lately, I've been obsessed with this drink: orange juice, espresso, and sparkling water. It sounds like an unusual combination, but somehow it works perfectly. The sparkling water adds a crisp, lively texture that makes all the flavors pop. The first sip feels like a wake-up call for your senses. It's refreshing, energizing, and exactly what I need to start the day. This small neighborhood store has almost everything I need: meat, vegetables, fruit, and all kinds of seasonings. Whenever I don't feel like riding my bike to the supermarket, I simply walk here instead. Rice noodles are one of Yunnan's most iconic foods. There are countless varieties: boiled, stir-fried, steamed, and even served cold.
有米线吗？
有，
没有看到，我以为这个就是米线呢。
这是软的，米线是硬的。
One thing I really like about living here is how willing the aunties are to help. No matter how small your problem is, they're usually happy to help. A moment ago, I accidentally picked up the wrong type of rice noodles. The shop owner immediately noticed, told me I'd grabbed the wrong one, and even walked me over to show me the right kind. Everything I bought today cost just 11.2 RMB, which is about $1.60 USD. That's roughly the cost of a simple home-cooked meal for a family of 3 in this small city. That car wasn't supposed to be parked there. The traffic police locked one of its wheels, so the driver is going to have a problem when he comes back. Man, that's a headache you definitely didn't need. Sometimes I cook lunch for my parents. As their only child, I occasionally feel a lot of pressure. One thought that often crosses my mind is whether I'm growing and moving forward fast enough to keep up with the speed at which my parents are getting older. Sometimes cooking a simple meal for them feels like my small way of showing gratitude.
France 是吧？
中国怎么读？
China， 中国人是 Chinese。
法国怎么读？
France。
可以。
One thing I learned from my parents is not to waste food. Like many families of their generation, they grew up believing that every meal should be appreciated and nothing should be thrown away lightly. Even when we have leftovers from the night before, we'll usually eat them the next day. I know that isn't always considered the healthiest option, but wasting food feels worse to us. Today's lunch is a well-known Chinese dish, stir-fried rice noodles. It's simple, quick to make, and delicious. We also had a few shrimp and some chicken left over from yesterday, so instead of throwing them away, we added them to today's meal. Another thing that's probably a little unusual is where we eat. We prefer sitting in front of the TV rather than at the dining table. Over the years, eating while watching TV has simply become a habit for the three of us. The dining table is mostly reserved for special occasions or when guests come to visit. I've always loved animals, but dogs have a special place in my heart. I've had this little girl since she was only 3 months old, and we've grown up together in a way. She's almost 4 years old now. She isn't an expensive or rare breed, but that has never mattered to me. What matters is the love and companionship she's given me every day. To the world, she might just be an ordinary dog, but to me, she'll always be my little baby.
Coffee 还有一个另外的拼写方式 CAFE，
CAFE。
也是咖啡。
My dad has recently become interested in learning English, and I think that's a great thing.
Tea. Welcome.
Coffee or tea?
After lunch, I started getting ready for the afternoon. I put on some makeup, changed my clothes, and prepared to head out. We're going to visit one of my dad's friends, who is giving him some plants. While we're there, we're also planning to check out a guest house nearby and take a look around the area.
小弟你好，
在的。
打开空调。嘿，你今儿个罢工啊？放个 music。这么多垃圾啊，怎么今天？
我那边是没吃药，我上楼吃药给忘了，放兜里边来去。
水后备箱有没？
这里边。
这里，冰箱里啊。哦，这是水呀，我以为是椰汁儿呢。
I don't like visiting friends empty-handed. Even something small like a cup of milk tea feels like a simple way to show a bit of care and thought.
$542。谢谢。你赶紧坐下，好好看。
他真是这样开。
直接进好吗？你好，咪咪。你好。好怕人呐你，咪咪。过来，妞儿，摸摸，哎。摸摸，哎呀！妞儿，嘿嘿嘿，到我手里了吧，小猫咪。小黑生气了，不能骂人，生气了。你要不能骂人。没事，没，他没有。啊！
有那个苏打水冲。
看见你买发霉的，我就买了一包。
啊！不摸肚子，不摸肚子，不摸屁股，不摸屁股，不摸屁股。这个是什么呀？
荷叶垫在包子里。
哦，啊，当笼布。这你从外边摘的？买的。哦。
1块钱100个。
1块钱100个。
1块多，我正好有优惠券的。
这才叫会做饭呢。你跟人家学学吧，爸，你那都不叫会做饭。
你爸爸做饭也很好吃。就是唯一下次不要气你把这肉稍微熟一点。
我爸做的那种饭就是老农民的那种饭。
好吃。我那次那个焖饼也挺好吃，但是那个肉啊有点熟。
然后就是焖饼。
你做的就挺好。
我做饭不行，菠萝炒鸡。
菠萝炒鸡。
菠萝什么不？
那菠萝太酸了，酸的没法做。
我一看就酸。
那菠萝太酸了。
发白，那个菠萝发那个发红。
看这个包子，哎呦，这个卖相太绝了。
嘿。
走了。
要颜色有颜色， 要形状有形状。
My dad's friend lives in a villa area. Near his place, there's also a newly opened guest house. It's really beautiful, with large front and back yards, a lake with geese, and a peaceful atmosphere surrounded by misty mountains. The whole place feels incredibly calm and relaxing.
但是一定要注意这个隐私安全。
把所有的东西都提前想好。
The owner was very welcoming and kindly invited us in for tea. Can you guess how much a room like this would cost per night? You probably wouldn't expect it at all. It's just 100 RMB per person, including 3 meals a day, about 14.5 US dollars. My dad's friend told me the owner used to own a property in Beijing that was later demolished for redevelopment, and he received a large compensation. Now he runs this guest house not really for profit, but more as a way to stay busy and meet new people.
上旺仔，过来。
I bought a small dog backpack online. Now I can take her with me when I ride my bike so she can enjoy the breeze too.
人家旺仔可怪了，小的时候经常跟我一块骑电动车，从来不乱动，只要把它放车筐里就不乱动，是吧？你太胖了。哦，这儿是系我腰上的，我都起不来了，太胖了，这个死狗，起不来了，啊！可以吗？娘，可以吗？他在前面啥表情啊？看不见。你害怕吗，旺仔？啊？啊？你害怕吗？可以。还有一个方法，挎着也可以。你怎么没有反应啊，小狗？旺仔，啊？
This is my first video. I really hope you'll consider subscribing, following, and leaving a comment. I'll keep sharing more of my daily life here. Thank you for watching.